For this video lectures, we will talk about the different types of money. Okay, so the first type of money, so if you could still remember in our previous or other video lecture, we've mentioned this. Okay, so in this video, we will discuss each of them. Okay, so the first type of money is what we call market-determined money. So here, money originates as a feature of the spontaneous order of markets through the practice of barter or direct exchange. So where people they trade one good or service directly for another good or service as well. So in order for a trade to occur in barter, the parties to the exchange must want the good or service that their counterparties have to offer. Okay, that is the main feature of bartering. So this is known as the double coincidence of wants. Okay, so we've mentioned this term in our previous video. Okay, so when we say coincidence of wants, it means that I will be the one, or the goods or service that you would exchange for my good is something that I also, that the good is something that I want. Okay, regardless of the value, may it be higher or lower. So because of this, it sharply limits the scope of the transactions that can occur in a barter economy. Because what if you don't have something that the other party wants? Meaning to say, there will be no barter that will occur. Okay, unlike for money, if you have the sum of money, then you can buy a particular good or service. Okay, so that's why here normally uh, money in this case is based on what what is being asked, okay, in a particular transactions, for example in trading. Okay, that's how they value a particular good or service that they want to exchange. So this is what we call market determined money. Although in this case, um, the, this in this case it can be applied for the present times in which the seller will be the one to uh, value their own goods to that they sell, or it can be based on the prevailing market prices also in the similar goods that is being traded or sold in the market. Okay, so the next type of money is legal tender and fiat money. Okay, so sometimes a market determined money is officially recognized as legal money by the government. So depending on the policy and the law, okay, of a particular country. So under circumstances, goods that do not necessarily meet those five properties of optimal market determined money, okay, can be used to fulfill the functions of money in an economy. So here we have the characteristics in order for a money to be accepted. Okay, so typically this involves a legal mandate to use a specific good as money. So for the money, in order for it to be considered as a legal tender, it should have to go to a process, and it has a legal mandate or legal tender law, or some kind of prohibition to use of other money aside from the legal tender. Okay, so the term fiat money, on the other hand, our fiat currency is generally associated with a classification of money that has been authorized for use by a country's government. Okay, so if you could notice, it has the same, it somewhat has the same feature with that of the legal tender. Okay, however, fiat money becomes a medium of exchange, okay, through legal imposition on the market rather than through the process of adoption by the market for easing the transactions. Okay, so this is the only difference. And fiat money often does not meet the general characteristics of money and the market determined money that it replaces. Okay, so that's another difference. Because the fiat money tends to be less suitable for the use as money. So market participants may be reluctant to use it as their legal tender or medium of exchange, unlike the legal tender. So here, legal tender is basically based on legal tender law. Okay, and fiat money can also be a mandate, but it has a different feature than that of the medium of exchange that we know are acceptable. Okay, so that's the difference between them. Okay, so what about cryptocurrencies? So cryptocurrencies are peer-based money, such as Bitcoin. So I know you have the idea of what Bitcoin is, or you have already heard of this term. So this type are Bitcoin is one of the most uh, famous and common type of cryptocurrencies. Okay, so this type of money, the cryptocurrency, is electronically based. Okay, uh, electronic based accounting entries that can be used as a medium of exchange. Meaning to say, it has no physical characteristic or feature. It is electronic in form. Okay. So cryptocurrencies share many characteristics of both market money and fiat money. In what way? Because first, it originated as accounting units assigned to users as compensation in return for helping to process and verify transactions in a cryptocurrency blockchain. What do we mean by a blockchain? So basically, a blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change. It is also impossible to hack or cheat the system. So a blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems within the blockchain. So here, that is how cryptocurrency originated, because we all know that recording needs to have a basis for measurement. And this is in terms of financial uh, measure. So because we're talking about electronic form, so instead of using the physical money or currency as a basis for measure, they created the cryptocurrencies. Okay, because they are operating in an electronic environment. This is in the blockchain. Okay, so they have also evolved to become a new form of coin as time passes by. So it offers the help and helps to serve as for financing new technological business initiatives and companies, depending on the government, the industry, the institution, okay, whether they accept cryptocurrencies as payment or not. So cryptocurrencies are becoming more widely used and adopted as a medium of exchange for daily transactions. Medium of exchange and not an investment. Please take note of that. So however, cryptocurrencies do not pose, I mean, cryptocurrencies actually do pose many risks. So they are being researched and regulated by the authorities on an ongoing basis as of the moment. And this should also be regulated as well to avoid uh, to avoid taking advantage of one party over the other, or to avoid scam, to avoid other illegal transactions. Okay, so those are the different types of money.